this is Erica with Aurora Heart Healing, and I am here to possibly make some people mad and touch on a very touchy subject. In the time that I have worked with people, I have really seen a lot of different opinions and thoughts on religion and spirituality. One of the funny things that I have heard is that my religion does not allow me to do that. Full disclosure, I used to have a really tough time with Jesus Christ. And not that I didn't believe in him, and not that I felt like it was a lie or made up or any of that. It was actually this really deep frustration because there was so many different people that used his name, in all honesty, against me. It's really heavy, to be honest. When I was little, I would have premonitional dreams, and that was something that was not allowed. I remember years ago, I was going to a church and I went to a biblical counselor there. And I remember talking to her and saying, I'm an Aries, so I'm really fiery. So sometimes, and she stopped me right in the middle of my sentence and she said, "You do not believe that." And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" And she said, "If you are a Christian woman, you cannot believe in astrology." Well, I've actually read the Bible more than once. I read it so many different times as a child. And I told her, I stopped and I said, well, the reason why they knew that Jesus Christ was being born was because of astrology. The Star of Bethlehem was the indicator that he was being born. That did not go over well. Needless to say. And she said, "That's actually wrong, and that was different." And I said, "But it's not really different because that was astrology. That was the prophets prophesying from astrology, from the stars in the sky." And then I moved on to saying that there were prophets as well. And those prophets had dreams and premonitions about what was coming and what was to come to the earth, which was Jesus Christ. Needless to say, she did not want to schedule another therapy session with me, another biblical therapy session with me. And at that moment, I really was not only lost, but frustrated as well, because I felt this deep connection with Jesus, with Christ consciousness. I was just like, why is it that they don't understand? Why is it that she just turned away from me? Isn't that hardening of your heart as well? And that confusion really took me to a dark place, and I actually stopped going to church during that time. And there's been cycles. I'd gone to church, back to church, gone out of it, and there was always this cycle of they're just not understanding where I'm coming from. And I feel this super deep connection, but the human part is not really accepting all of what I've learned from the Bible as well. In the time that I continued to study, continued to grow, and continue to evolve in my gifts, I actually started working more and more in the spiritual realm and started seeing more and more of the synchronicities that happened from not only the Bible but into life. I read a book, and I can't remember off the top of my head what the name was, but in that book it said Jesus did not condone the acts that were done in his name. That moment was the biggest aha moment that I've ever had in my whole life, because I'd been holding this resentment towards him, this why aren't people accepting me? And for some weird reason, I felt like that was his responsibility, like it was his fault. It's sad because it really denied me the genuine, true connection that I've always felt, but was fearful of expressing fully because of the human. Also, another book that I read, I had been talking, and I don't remember the name again, but these things really ring true. And they said, take out the human in the word. So in the Bible, remove the human and keep what the original message was. And every time since, anytime I've gone to different places where there is a religious forum and I am listening or hearing what it is that's being said or preached or the information that's been given, I actually do that now. I take the human out of it. And what's left is pure love. God is love. Jesus Christ is love. And as I learned and understood more and more of this deep connection, I started seeing him more and more through my sessions. Today, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I actually had a really tough session. And I remember back when that was something that he wasn't something that I would call on readily because of these fears, these resentments, these things that human have placed in, not him, but human. And as I was working, I said, I call upon the power of Jesus Christ to help me. This pure, unadulterated love, this unconditional love, this willingness to help heal. Because he also said, I will teach you to heal and you will perform acts greater than I. And of course, don't quote me because it's been a while since I read that. But it reminded me of how much he came to teach us, and that when we put the human are more judgy, more conflicted in the way that they feel. Ego really pushes into, well, I'm right and you're wrong, and this is not okay that you're saying this because it's wrong. He never said any of that. To be honest, he washed the feet of a prostitute and said, we're equal. We're the same. He went to cities with people suffering from leprosy and he healed them. He went to places that no one would ever go to. No one. And said, I am coming down to your level to bring you up to mine. I am meeting you where you are today to show you a better way. So today, when I was working with him and feeling that love, that genuine, amazing connection, this unconditional love, like this love is so expansive and so big and so deep and so undescribable that I was just like, I have to share this today. I remember one of my clients that walked through the door, and it was so funny because they never came back, and that's totally okay. To each their own journey. But they walked in and I saw him walk in with her. I literally started crying instantly. And this was like oh my God, this is such a beautiful, immense energy that I am sensing and seeing right now. Wow. And we did the work and we did all the things. And then they were like, I'm never coming back. This is against my religion. I was pretty shocked, to be honest, because he had walked in with her. If this is a place, if this work is something that is not pure and good, I don't know that he would have been able to come here. Of course, he's got a lot of magic and a lot of power, but why would he help me during that time if this is not welcome in his realm? Why? Why would he show himself and bring me this incredible life-changing experience? Because that was the first time I'd ever seen him. And it was just the most amazing experience. I mean, it changed the way that I help people heal as well. Because I felt like I was learning from the master himself in that moment in time. I was just so honored. I got everything that I needed from this one session. Anything and everything. Today, I can call on Jesus Christ readily to come and help me heal others. And I know that I'm just the guide, but I know that I'm guided by something higher. So today, I just want you to think about taking your humanness when you read the Bible. If you're a religious person, when you read the Bible, take the human out, the judgments, the angers, the frustrations, the I'm right and you're wrong, the self-righteousness. Also, remember, if you have a hard relationship with Jesus Christ, think about why. Are you letting the human part come in? And are you understanding that he did not condone the acts that were done in his name? He never said, go forth and kill for me. He never said, turn your back on people for me. He never said that. That was never a part of the story, and that was interjected by human. There was no rape, pillage, murder in my name. There was love in my name. Show grace, show faith, share in my name, unconditional love in my name. So today, I might make some people angry, and that's okay. Because I still love you. I still love our differences. I still love the fact that we live in a time that I can express this and not be burned at the stake. I love the fact that today I am a more powerful healer because I've felt that love and that guidance. I feel so much compassion, so much grace for myself and for others because a Christian woman came through my doors and said, I'm gonna try this. And she tried, and I got the opportunity to be honored and met with love, compassion, and support. That support was amazing. To that woman, it wasn't about you coming back all the time because you healed me. You brought me something that no one can ever take away. And that was the presence of an immense ascended master. The presence and the understanding and the grace and the knowledge, this teaching of how I can help others on a deeper, more loving level. So I hope that today you act in love. You act in compassion and grace. I hope that today you get to the level of understanding and meeting people where they are. Not looking down on them and saying, my ego tells me you are wrong and you are bad. We're all just doing the best we can, right? I hope so. So the next time you want to be righteous or you want to bring out some information, just remember, are you acting in love? Are you acting in the way that honors Jesus and his sacrifice? Or are you bringing your humanness into it? That is not always acting in love and self-sacrifice. That may be more acting in judgment and ego. I know that I'm not perfect, and I know that we are all just trying to do the best that we can. So I hope today you act in the best that you can, and that you take your ego out and you allow love to fully come in. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day.